Hello and welcome to another episode of Anime Masters of the Apocalypse EpiTalks. I am your host who has forgotten something clever to say about our names, Mess. And with me is the other guy who is also here, Vlad.
Hello, everybody.
And we are here to talk about another couple of episodes of Vinland Saga, episode 11 and 12. And these episodes are very much a two-parter because they each like one follows the story from the other.
Yeah,
So they work really well as a pair, I think.
yes, they do.
And
And
so, what's your opinion, Vlad?
yeah, yeah, but it almost feels like we have finished an arc now, and we are starting a new one. That was the feeling I got when the episode 12 ended.
Mm,
It's almost like we're starting something completely new.
mm.
I got and we're and in episode 12 we got a little bit of a taste of of uh, of um, of a lot of the things that happened in the season 1, but we will get to that.
Yeah, before we go to episode 12, let's focus on 11 first.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, some interesting things happened there. We finally got to see Leif again,
Mm-hmm.
and he meets with Ketil. Well, first their sons meet, and then Ketil and Leif meet. And this is the first time we're introduced to the other Thorfinn,
Yeah,
the new character.
yeah,
Hmm.
and it's so funny the way Leif found out that Ketil got his what was it his his friend's son, right?
What?
He found out that Ketil has Thorfinn as a slave.
Hmm.
This is just does it look like my adopted son like him? This just have you adopted this guy to show him around, and have you seen this guy? So yeah, at least that's how it felt. But I, I hope we will get a little bit more history of why or what 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 made him adopt. Was it because of the pain of losing not knowing where Thorfinn is? Was it some empty space that needed to be filled there, or yeah, or yeah. I'm looking forward to see the motivations about around that.
Hmm. Yeah,
Hmm.
like I can, well, I can assume it's some. It could happen something like, okay, Leif like truly believed that this time he must have found Thorfinn because all of it's like because they have all of they look so similar. So when he heard about this
Hmm.
slave, he must have been like, "This is it! I finally succeeded." And then when he saw that it wasn't Thorfinn, he probably became like very emotional over it not having like not being actually Thorfinn, but still feeling so bad about this guy that he bought his freedom, took to him, and their relation probably evolved from there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So, but the episode is started out with Knut, right?
Oh, it's been like a couple of weeks since I saw the
Yeah.
episode.
The episode started out with that we saw Knut
Oh, Canoe the fighting
fighting.
wolf, right? Like a training.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh,
cool.
I remember why this was an awesome scene. It's the best scene in that episode, and now I remember why. Um,
Ooh, why?
so okay, this is sort of like because of the historical like
Ooh.
thing that they did. Okay, Knut ends up winning the fight by having Wolf be distracted by saying that his
Mm-hmm.
sister, Knut's sister Istrid, is talking with another man, which makes
Yeah.
Wolf looking over. And
Hmm.
this is why this is awesome because in the real life, Wolf and Istrid actually end up getting married and they have a kid together.
Aww.
And that kid ends up becoming
Sweet.
the king of Denmark after Canut's children
Aww.
die.
Aww. That's heartwarming.
Yeah.
But a cool hint to that. A
Mm.
cool homage
Yes, and it's one of
to
those things
history.
where only the historians in the audience
Yeah,
like
get that.
will get it, will
I
get it.
didn't get it.
But I was
I just got a feeling that Knut he's winning with his wits because he probably know that Ulf has something for his sister or something, so he uses that to win the fight, which also was the case, but it's also a tip of the hat to history.
yeah,
So, oh
like
my
to
God, yeah, there's a lot of angles to this fight. Very interesting.
mhm.
Mm.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
it,
but
yeah.
so yeah, that was cool.
And then there's also the part of the fight where we see where Istrid, where she
Oh,
looks at Canute and is really worried about how much he's changed and how he looks like that he's in like he's not happy like he used to be, like he's in
mm,
pain and he's sad.
yeah,
And that of
yeah,
course comes from the fact that Canute, despite having all this power, is almost completely alone and he doesn't trust
yeah.
anyone. And well, he is doing all of this for a greater cause, as he says later. But the weight of all of it is, well, considering he's seeing the severed head of his father, like talking to
Yeah,
him, he is not taking all of this well.
no,
He needs a
no.
friend to give him a hug.
Yeah.
Thorfinn should give him a hug.
The classic anime. The classic anime. Oh, you tried to kill me. Now be my friend.
Oh yeah, it got end up with a Canute coming with a big army over at Kittel's farm, and then Thorfinn comes over like, Canute, I'm not gonna fight you. Then gives him a hug, and then Canute is like, oh my
Happy
god.
days. ah, probably, probably that's probably not gonna happen though.
Probably not.
Who knows? Who knows? Um, yeah.
And we have,
Right after.
well, yeah.
Yeah. No, no. Continue.
And we have Olmar still showing himself to be a
Yeah.
complete teenager and
Yeah.
rebellious
Yeah.
teenager and all this.
Yeah. Right after the fight with Knut, went over to Ketil, and he has just arrived, which we predicted it would happen in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And he had taken a lot of gifts with him
To King Harold.
to King Harold,
But then he
which
finds
was
out Harold is dead.
yeah, and then he used his he asked his son
Yeah,
Torkil,
Thorkill.
yeah, Torkil for audience, so he can use all the gifts to get in favor with Knut,
Mm-hmm.
which worked.
In a
Um,
way.
Again, yeah, until Olmer Olmer completely made a fool of himself, which again started in the markets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where he started a fight with what was he? Yeah, he's called
He's also called
Thorfinn.
Thorfinn.
Yeah, he's
His
also
name's
called
also
Thorfinn.
Thorfinn. So,
Oh,
well,
that's
that's
not
not
gonna
going to be
be
confusing at all in the future.
yeah, that's not gonna be fucking confusing. Live talk, Thorfinn. Okay, good.
Mm.
So yeah, he started out that, and I really like the oh what what is that aesthetic? It is biker gang aesthetic, right?
I would call it punk. Like,
Yeah, punk
the
aesthetic.
punk aesthetic.
The flayed um what is it called? Sleeves, the flayed sleeves, and the puffed up what is it called? The top of a shirt. Uh, you
Mm.
know, the flipped up. what is that called? Collar, the flipped up collar and
Yeah,
all,
color.
and then fucking and then in the middle of it all, like the sword is just floating in the air, and he
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
a comb out.
Just trying to look
just,
cool and
just this punk
badass.
ass, this punk ass guy. Yeah, and he completely made a fucking fool of
Yeah,
himself.
and I love how proud he is initially when he takes off the sword, and the
Yeah,
dolphin who doesn't have a sword like kind of backs off. He's just
yeah,
looking at
yeah.
everyone around like, oh yeah, I'm a
Jesus.
badass.
Yeah, I'm a badass. Finally, I can, after so many years where all my talent has been running away on my father's farm, I finally get to the big city, where I can be a bully.
I can show my
Jesus.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Oh,
Gensel
yeah,
comes in and like, who do you think bought that sword, you
yeah,
brat?
yeah.
Like,
Jesus
so
Christ.
good.
Yeah,
Damn, why
that's
haven't my father bought me a sword when I was that age? Like, what the hell?
damn. Yeah.
Fucking spoiled, rotten little
Jesus.
brat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Spoiler,
he has his
little brat. Yeah.
own. Like, have you seen that sword? That's a fucking good sword he has. That must have cost a lot. Hmm.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's a fine sword.
Yeah.
It's swords back then. They were
They
expensive,
were
right?
very expensive. Like,
It's
only
a
the
lot of.
rich ones, like, really had the sword. The majority of, if we take Viking, the,
Yeah,
there's a reason the majority of warriors had the axe, and that was because the axe was both a tool and a weapon.
yeah, and
That means
it
it was
cost less metal.
convenient.
Yeah, and it was it. First of all, it was easier to repair. Again, you popped a new handle on it, and it was
Mm,
repaired, and it cost less metal to make again.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, yeah, it was expensive. It again, it was very much a sign of stature
Exactly.
too.
Like, only the
Yeah,
rich and the elite were using swords, generally.
yeah, yeah. Olma is just a rich kid, a punk rich kid.
Hmm.
Fucking Jesus Christ. So yeah,
Yeah, and,
after
yep.
his dad took him down a pig and paid for whatever damages that happened to life and Torfinn's cloth, yeah,
Mm,
cloths.
carpets.
Uh, yeah, they introduced themselves to each other, and again, life found out that that Thorfinn, the other one, is a slave to Thorkill.
Hmm.
So
Ketil, you
yeah,
mean?
oh yeah, Ketil. Oh, Jesus Christ, Thorfinn, Thorkill, the Ketil. Jesus, so many of ills
Mm.
and ins. Yeah. So yeah, and
Yeah, and
we.
so they talk a bit, and Leif and Ketil end up becoming relatively alright friends.
Yeah, yeah, they they seem very friendly to each
Mm.
other right out off the bat.
Yeah.
Again, yeah. But there's one problem that who was the guy on Lives? He was
Like
another
another
salesman
trader
from
from Greenland,
yeah,
I would
yeah,
assume.
Greenland, Iceland. Yeah,
No, no, Greenland.
are they from Greenland?
Yeah, they're part of the settlers on Greenland, the Norwegian settlers on
Ah,
Greenland.
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So yeah,
why
and
like all this entire trip is so important to them, and
yeah,
why
and
these
they need
extra
to get back.
days would be kind of catastrophical.
Yeah, yeah, it could be it could be a catastrophe. So
Catastrophe.
yeah, we have we have a problem for life here. He wants to go back to Ketil's farm and get Thorfinn, but he needs to find a way to to, to get there and to maybe convince the other tradesmen that oh well I want to go, and it's not because they don't want to. They have done it before. At least
Mm.
it seems like it, and it could be maybe it was one of these trips where they found the other Thorfinn, and
Yeah.
oh shit, that's not the guy.
Mm.
Oh well.
Yeah, and they've probably been doing this like for years. I mean, life has
Yeah,
been looking for Thorfinn, and they've got to be annoyed at this one. This one, he's got. I mean,
yeah,
after looking in vain after this guy for years, they gotta be like,
yeah,
dude, he's probably dead. Like, just give up,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Rightfully so. Again, a trip to different parts of Scandinavia and just Europe, in all. It's not a fast trip. It's a slow.
Mm.
It's
And
a
it
long
did.
trip over the seas.
And you have to remember, this is the time where the seasons and the weather really matters a lot more than it does today. So if the
Yeah,
weather isn't with you, then you're fucked essentially.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Again,
So
bad,
if you
bad,
miss
bad.
the good weather, then you can't sail.
Hmm.
So then
Yeah.
you might be stuck for who knows how long.
Hmm. Again, if they don't get home before the ice settles on the sea, they can't get home,
Hmm.
and that's it. And then they need to wait another half year before it gets before the ice melts. So it's very important for them to get home in time.
I don't think like the ice melting is really like the biggest problem there, but
Mm.
yeah, they probably need to sail to Greenland in the summer times. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
So yeah, well, Ketil got his son Torkel to get him an audience
Canute.
with Knut,
Yeah,
and
but there's an but in this, but
yep.
because Canute was already planning on meeting Cato,
Hmm.
and when he was planning to do, he was
Yeah.
planning because Canute is having trouble in England with that he has this giant army that he needs to pay, but he doesn't have the
Yeah.
funds to pay it. So he has come up
Yeah.
with the plan to essentially take uh, farmland from the richest farm owners in Denmark,
Oh.
which
Yeah.
Ketil is one of.
Hmm. Oh yeah, you're right.
Hmm.
I totally forgot that interaction. Yeah. Oh Jesus, that's so scummy. But again, that's what he needs to. That's what he feels he needs to get shit done.
Hmm. I mean,
So
that's what
yeah,
rulers do.
yeah,
They need to
get
be the
shit
tough
done.
ones to yeah get stuff done.
Yeah,
Like, would
yeah.
you rather have England revolt?
Mm,
Then we have a new
well,
war on our hands. So
yeah. Oof. Yeah, a war overseas. Oh, yeah, that's expensive. Maybe
yeah,
more expensive. So yeah.
possibly. I mean, then they could start raiding and take money from the inhabitants of England. But
Hmm.
that's an entire different scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Anyway, so that's why that it was so easy for Thorkill to actually set up this meeting.
Yeah.
And in that meeting, everything appears to be going fine. But then Olmar,
Until.
yeah.
Oh God.
So Olmar wants to join the King's Guard.
Yeah.
And Canute says, alright, let's see what you can do. So he brings out this dead pig and says that if Olmar can cut the pig, then he's in, essentially.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Olmar, well, he tries, and he
Yeah.
fails,
He
like,
fails
miserably.
tremendously. It's so sad. It's
Yo,
just, just,
honestly, looking at
just.
that huge ass pig, I'm not sure I could cut that, like one stroke. But I don't
Nah,
know.
nah. But
Then again, considering what we've seen some of the like Danish Viking warriors do in this series, maybe
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like par for the course for this series.
yeah. Just in the later episode, we see something, yeah, completely different
Yeah, I mean, we see
from
his
some other
brother
guy.
cut off no, regular people with armor on,
Yeah,
possibly like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
cuts them in two
So,
in midair.
but yeah,
Right.
Alma tries to cut this pig like he's using a bread knife or something. It's just
Mm.
oh god, it's so sad to see.
And he's screaming like really loudly while
Yeah,
doing it. It's like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Yeah, it doesn't go well for him.
nope.
So yeah,
To the point that
he's
even
very
Thorkel is like embarrassed.
yeah. He went to bed. He just
Uh,
went to bed and just and yeah and Torkel no no, it is Torkel.
hmm,
No, it's Torkel and Oma sat in the outside at the table with what I what I would assume is meat, right? No, that's not Torkel. That's no, yes, it's his brother Torkel sitting.
hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah, they're eating together, and
yeah, they're
Thorgil
eating
says that he
together,
should
and
stop. Like doing all this, he's starting to embarrass himself in front of. Like what
yeah,
he's doing is going to be an embarrassment to Thorgil as well because he's already in the
oh
guard and he's his brother. So
yeah, yeah, very much a theme into the next episode about
yeah.
honor. Yeah.
Hmm.
When did this episode stop? Again, because one thing, I saw them right after each other,
Hmm.
so I don't remember when did what. And one thing more, these two episodes are very, as you said in the start of the episode, they are very intertwined. So it doesn't.
Yeah.
When you see them like I saw them, you bench them one after the other. It's very hard to remember. Oh, well, when was it the one
I
ended and
think
the
it
next one
ended right
started?
after there. I think that's one last scene with like Canute talking with Wolf about like, oh yeah, we can use
Oh,
this kid. I think that was the last scene.
yeah. The plot thickens
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the pieces are set
Mm.
on the table. Yeah, yeah. And then we start on the next episode, which
Hmm.
oh my god, yeah. I actually missed I missed a little. It's not because season two is phenomenal in many other ways, but I have missed the batshit action we got in season one, and we
Mm.
got that in this episode. Oh my god,
Oh, yeah, if you've been missing like
yeah.
blood and gore, then this is the episode for you.
This is the fucking episode. This is again. We have talked about Vinland Saga and the moments when it goes off history and goes anime again, anime fight,
Yeah.
and it's not bad. It's not because it doesn't take you out of the immersion at all.
Hmm.
It feels very much at home.
Yeah.
But oh my god, if it isn't anime as fuck, it's so cool. It's so great. Again, because I feel like the other fights we have had before these one, first of all, they haven't been so long as this one, and second of all, it hasn't been this fantastical as if I can say call them that. It
Mm.
it isn't. Yeah, again, it's not as anime, but this fight was anime.
Yeah,
Again,
but it's like the other fights we've had in this season anyway.
yeah,
Like there was the fight between like Dolphin and Einar and the
yeah,
servant, whatever they were. Um,
yeah,
like in that fight, it's not about the fight itself. It's more about the the development of the characters and the story. But
yeah,
in this
yeah.
one, where we see like Thorgil go to town on these people, it's
Ooh,
more about all right. We need to show Thorgil like kill these guys, and let's just make it as enjoyable to the viewer as possible.
yeah. Let's make it again
Let's have some
because
fun.
we haven't seen Torkil. We haven't seen Torkil kill anybody yet,
Mhm.
as I remember it.
Yeah, we've
So
only heard about him being nasty, but now we actually get to see
yeah,
him be really nasty.
yeah, now we get it on pen and paper. Yeah, Torkil is a certified monster on the battlefield.
Hmm.
Very reminiscent of what was he called? The
Thorkel,
guy on
the, the brother is called
seriously.
Thorkel, and the big guy's called Thorkel. They're both called Thor something.
Ah,
So yeah.
ah, yeah, very reminiscent of the first Torkil. So yeah, very Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent, a very on the brand name as you can, if you
Mm.
can say that.
And very
So yeah,
traditional Viking-ish.
yes, very traditional Viking-ish.
Hmm.
So yeah,
So
but
before
the
we get to
episode didn't
that,
start out with blood and glory. It started out with again someone who's hired by ah shit, I lost his name.
Canute or Wolf,
Uh,
one of the two. So,
what?
I
Who?
mean, they're like Canute uses
Knut. Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
uses this
Yeah.
guy
Someone who's
who's
hired by Knut
yeah.
to pay someone from his army to
Hmm.
say that Olmar is not
To tell Omar that
is
he
not
failed, essentially.
yeah, that he failed and totally humiliate him.
Hmm. That's the thing.
Uh,
He doesn't actually tell these guys these guys to totally humiliate Omar. But I think like he finds people that he knows who has the kind of personality
yeah.
who would by themselves just completely humiliate
Yeah.
Omar.
Yeah.
They do that on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
and this one guy who leads this group of people to tell Omar, he is apparently really good with coins. And when I say
Oh
about that
yeah.
is that he can like flip like coins in a really like send them flying in a really deadly way. So he can like we see him kill that what was it, a butterfly or something like in
Yeah.
midair.
Yeah.
So he's good at his job.
He's dealing with coins.
Yeah, again very
Yeah.
anime-ish. So
Yeah. Very animation. So yeah, they go to Olmar's table and totally humiliates him. And
mm.
Olmar, in his already humiliated, weak mind state, pulls his sword and
By the way, before we get to that, did you see
yeah,
like the fly that on the table that
yeah,
Omar like he's lying on the table like looking half dead and there's this fly that's just
yeah.
sitting
Oh,
there like drinking the I don't know alcohol whatever it is I guess meat or whatever
yeah,
and I don't know why but that fly just took my attention so hard when I was looking
yeah.
at
Me too. Me too.
like
It's
why
like
is it so
I
well
don't.
animated it's just a freaking fly.
It's well, Studio Mama, you fucking know how to animate flies, I must say. Amazing nightmare scenes and amazing flies.
Mm. They animate a gecko later on as well that's just there.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
No, anyway.
So yeah, he gets very humiliated, and he can't take it anymore, and pulls a sword, which is yeah, that's not something you do. Again, a sword should only be pulled if you're ready to fight and kill,
Hmm.
which Olma is very not ready to do.
No,
So
he tries, but
yeah,
yeah, it ends up going into a duel with
yeah,
one of the guys who told Oma that he failed and mocked him and Oma. And
yeah.
Oma is getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they didn't kill him. They actually waited until Torkill came to actually go serious.
Mm.
It's a bit lucky that it's lucky that they are such douchebags that they that Torkill actually had time to go over and see what happened.
Yeah, I guess that's why they were chosen. They chose the biggest douchebags out of the entire army, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And here we see really something that uh, really shows you what kind of character Thorgil is, where
mm.
Olma is crying to his brother. It's like, wherever they were being mean to me. Oh, me. And Thorgil is like,
Baby
yep,
cry
I get
noises.
it. But, and then he just picks him up and with one hand
Yeah,
and like,
yeah,
Olma, I get it. But you are a warrior, aren't you? And there are only two things a warrior can do when his honor has been shamed. Or Mark really says.
yeah.
He either kills the perpetrator or he dies. So now
Yeah.
you go and kill that man right now,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Or you die.
essentially. And then he
So
gasses Ulma up and it's like, imagine his entrails and all that stuff.
yeah, he goes full metal.
And then when Omar he lunges towards the guy. Did you notice that Thorkel's eyes actually became completely white when he says "go"?
Yeah, I saw
He
that.
became like a beast, and he's like, "Kill the
Yeah,
bastard."
it's the same as the guy who took shrooms in
Björn.
the yeah, Björn. The same way. Again, it's like a visual indicator of bloodlust or something.
Something like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Like a
So
berserk
yeah, but
state.
yeah, Berserk State. So yeah,
And
that. Mm.
oh, you were saying something.
No. I was just going to say what happened next.
Oh, same. So when Omar tries his deadly thrust, is when the guy with the coins he sends a coin really fast into the eye of the guy fighting Omar,
Yeah,
and it looks
yeah,
so like
fucking painful.
yeah. Like, did you also feel it when you saw it? It was like oof. Like, got
Yeah,
feel that feeling
I
like oof.
I fiscally recoiled a little
Yeah,
bit.
they. I love the way
But
they showed it. Just hmm?
kudos to the writers of this episode. I really didn't know that he would use a coin to to again to make this fight in Omar's favor. But again, I wasn't surprised when it happened because oh my god, of course he would do that.
hmm
So yeah, that that's very cool
yeah, and
because
Omar ends
we
up
saw we
stabbing
saw
his
it.
neck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he just sits on his knees and
Yeah, basically
takes
freezes
it. Oh
out,
my god.
and then like he realizes he's actually killed someone.
Yeah, and he
Murder
killed
is
someone.
bad? Question mark?
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
yeah, and
So
then we get the character development.
what happened?
Mhm.
Fireworks going off. Oh my god, character development. How
Hmm.
is he? How is he going to handle this? We don't know.
Yeah,
But
but
oh my god.
after he kills the guy and just sits on the ground, then Dorkel is like, "Good job, I'll take care of the rest."
Yeah.
And then Dorkel comes in and just murders the rest of the gang.
Yeah. Oh
he,
my god.
he annihilates
Oh.
them.
he he makes them into spaghetti and
Yeah,
meatballs
and
so
all the
hard,
blood
man.
ends up like spewing around, and lots of it hits Olma, and it's fucking hell.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Just so it's it's so sad to see all these guys. I just the last guy he kills is just really you're gonna pull the sword in front of him after you saw what all your all the other guys. You're seriously gonna do that now? It's just Jesus. The clip. Oh man, I really need to go back to the episode and take a screenshot of that because it was very. The scene was very greatly set up.
Mm.
The clip where Torkil just fucking annihilates the last guy and Olma just sitting in front of the corpse and just can't fathom what he has just done. It's
Mm.
just yeah, it really cements cements how long Torkil has been in this loop and what Olma has just begun. It really it really sets them apart as two characters, and it really you can see the time between them and what their occupation has been for so long between them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very beautiful shot, I think. A very character filled shot.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, and then Ketil comes along,
Yeah,
see what
so
his
it's
sons
just
have been doing, and is like freaking out.
fucking. I would fucking freak out if I saw my two sons standing
Surrounded
and
by dead bodies.
so yeah, and and the Keaton he has probably just accepted that. Ah well, the Alma was a was a dumbass again. Well, now let, let me. At least we got the. At least we still have a deal with a new king.
Mm.
So yeah, well, I will go over and pick up my sons, and we'll go back to the farm. And then he sees his two sons in between the pile of bodies. Just Jesus.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And then some soldiers come along and
yeah,
try to arrest them.
yeah. And
And
it's not they are not it's not because they are surprised that they need to go over there, but they
mm,
are surprised of what the result ended with.
yeah, they did not expect like they were sent by essentially like Canute, and because the duel was rigged, essentially,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they were supposed to that those guys would make Olmar angry. They would get into a duel, and then they would make sure that Olmar killed that one guy, and then they
mm,
would use Canute would use that as an excuse to why he should take the land from Ketil.
yeah.
But what was not in the plans was Thorkel being a fucking beast and just
Mm,
murderizing
annihilating.
like
Yeah.
all the people.
And then the guardsman tried to arrest him. He just, well, I'm not gonna go with you,
Yeah,
and start to spaghetti-o them.
yeah, and then he tortures the like the head guard or whatever, and he
Yeah,
asked him what's going on, and he tells the entire plan essentially.
yeah.
And I love that like the moment where he pokes his eye out, and
Oof.
the reason why
Yeah,
it's so good is because of how casual he does it. He's just like poof,
yeah.
and the guy
And
just
he warned him.
screams
He
and
warned him. He's very impatient, and he just wants answer. He
mhm.
didn't he didn't ask for more
Hey,
questions. He
Thorgil is a
just wants
very
more answer.
straightforward guy.
Yeah, yeah. He's willing to kick kids up to the moon if a needs arises. Yeah, he has a very low sense of morale.
Mm. Morality, you mean?
Yeah, morality. Yeah.
Mm. So and then I
So
love this shot where after they find out that the king is after them and all that, like
mm,
Ketil is panicking and saying it's all over, and Thorgil he just smiles and
yeah,
says, "No, father, it's only just begun," or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
And he's like,
Yes.
"Oh, the enemy is strong. Now this is gonna be good."
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
he's very much like the other Torkel.
Again, he's
That
very traditional Viking-ish.
yeah, yeah. He again. He's probably so finished with fighting non-challenges. He's
Mm.
very tired of just murderizing. So he's looking forward to, oh, my former king is coming after me. He's gonna bring his whole army. Oh, I'm gonna either I'm gonna murderize them all, or I'm gonna go to Valhalla.
Yeah, essentially. And
So yeah,
then
he's
they
he's
managed
looking very
to,
forward to that.
and then they managed to escape with the help of Leaf and the guys, where they
Yeah,
hide in barrels. Mm.
yeah.
And
Life found a way to actually go to Ketil's farm.
mhm,
He's gonna sell all his stuff for double price to
three
Ketil,
times the
and
price, not double, three
oh
times the
yeah, oh,
price.
Jesus Christ,
Plus, he's
he's
gonna
gonna
get
make
Thorfinn.
stacks.
So yeah, they're
He's
gonna make big bucks.
Yeah, he's making big bucks, and he's even gonna get Thorfinn back for free. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So he's gonna make
that's
lots of money
nice.
and a free slave. Man, what a day!
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully he's not gonna make Thorfinn his slave again. Well,
Well,
they
we
make
never
him
know.
his slave again.
Look, after looking for the guy for so many years, wouldn't you want some?
No. Especially if it's my friend's son, I would probably be again. It doesn't.
Well, the
I,
friend's
I know
dead,
I know
so
we're joking here, but it seems very much like he's looking forward to actually see what feels like what he probably feels like is his grandson or something. So
mm,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh man, and then we're. It, how did you interpret Thorfinn looking over the trees to the sunset, and then afterwards we're going to Knut? How did you interpret that scene? What what made Thorfinn turn around?
Okay, like I think there's some symbolic things there with. Remember the nightmare scene where Thorfinn he has
Mm-hmm.
to like climb up from this hole and he has all these corpses hanging onto him like so like that's the weight he's
Mm-hmm.
carrying. That's the symbolism there. But when we are at with Canute, they and he talks with his dead father's head, and he says something
Yeah.
like that he will build his paradise even if he has to like he keeps stacking corpses that he will build this ladder with or
Oh yeah, he needs more corpses. Yeah.
yeah. So I think there are some parallels there
Yeah, there is.
with how
I
they're
haven't
like
seen that. That's very. I didn't see it in that way. That's very interesting.
like one is
That's
carrying
cool.
the corpses from his past to try to like turn over a new leaf, become a new person, while the other keeps on adding more corpses in order to reach his dream.
Yeah,
So
yeah. He needs to pile more to reach to get on top of to reach his goal.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I think there are some
So
parallels with where the two characters have gone in life. I think
yeah,
that's where
yeah,
like they're shown.
yeah. That that is a very interesting that new perspective. I
Mm.
just I, I actually like that more than what I thought. I just had this feeling that oh he feels some threat approaching or something. So yeah, what you saw is much more thematic and interesting. I
Mm.
like that.
Also, one thing I want to bring up: did you see what like the name of episode 12 is?
I don't remember, but
Like,
it's not what it's usually not what sticks to me.
I
But
think it's important
what
because
was it called?
because it's the last line Knut says in the episode. Like,
Oh,
because of
ooh,
lost love, and
oh,
he
yeah,
says
yeah.
that
I didn't get.
he's building. He's saying he's building this utopia because of lost love, and that is a reference to the very first season where Canute. Remember after what we call it, the guy Ragnar, his surrogate
Yeah.
father dies, and he talks with that priest dude in the first season, and he comes up
Ooh.
with this, um, like the reason why he's angry against God and he wants to build this heaven on earth is because
Yeah.
he believes that the reason why Canute believes that the reason why humans are so terrible people and do all this horrible stuff is because um, that God has essentially lost his love for humanity. So that's
Ooh.
why Canute has to build a paradise on earth so that people don't have to go to heaven in the Christian sense.
Oh.
So the
Oh,
reason
that's
why he's
so
doing all of this
interesting.
is because of lost love. Essentially, he's building a paradise on earth because God has lost his love for humanity. So he has to build it on
Ooh.
earth, and he has to. That's why he has to kill all of these people and do all this bad stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all
That's
for the
so
sake of
interesting.
creating paradise on earth.
Damn, you have a good memory. I didn't remember that at all. But damn, that's so cool.
Hmm.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and also the scene with his dad again emerging from nothing
Yeah, I
from
was
the
like, damn.
wall. Oh, yeah, I really like that. Oh, damn, it's such a cool mental image, and it's and a great way to visualize his guilt and his psyche and all that.
Mm.
Yeah, that's oof, that's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We have one last thing I want to ask you about. How did you interpret the fact that Ketil he refused to get out of the barrel and was just completely out of it when they were escaping?
Again, he again of what we have seen from Ketil, he has again. He says he has lied about himself, and now he feels like, oh God, there's a big battle coming, and my battle legends are not what other people are saying. I'm gonna be ratted out real soon. Or I'm my secret is coming out real soon. So it's maybe it's that he's afraid of he he really doesn't want to meet the near future anytime soon.
Mm.
He could for what for what I think he probably didn't want this day to end for the next day to actually handle what all the preparations for a fight the next day. Yeah, he doesn't handle conflicts very well, as we have seen before.
Yeah, like he's hiding from the situation that he's
Yeah.
ended up in. And to be fair against Kitzel, none of this is his fault.
No.
Like,
Oh, Jesus, he's. Oh, I feel so sad for him.
mm,
He's very.
he just want to be a
He's very.
rich guy with a lot of farms.
Yeah. One thing I'm looking forward. Do you think we're gonna get a Torquil versus Torquil fight?
Probably not. Like,
Oh, but damn, that would be so cool.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
from what we've
is Torquil
seen.
working for Knut,
Yeah, he's still
or
working for
is
Canute.
he's still working for Knut? But right now he's in England, right?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
actually
And
become a Jarl over an area of England.
ooh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's probably not gonna go to Denmark anytime soon.
probably not.
But
But one
we
thing
are gonna
that's
see.
interesting is that they mentioned that Floki is, and some of the Jomsvikings are gonna join
Yeah, the
Canute's
Youngs
fleet
Vikings. Yeah,
to Kittel's farm.
yeah,
And
that's cool.
remember, it was Floki is the
Hmm?
actual guy who planned Thor's death. So in a way, you could
Oh,
say that.
oh, is it gonna be Loki versus Thor in the sense of it's gonna be the Torkel versus Floki?
Maybe.
Oh, that would be cool.
We're definitely gonna see some
Very
fighting
cool.
in the future, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. As I said before, it really feels like we have ended a kind of arc, and we are
Hmm.
starting a new one.
Well, it's
It-
possible. I mean, we're 12 episodes in, which means we're halfway through the season.
yeah.
So if we go by what normal for anime, then
Mm,
we're past this halfway point, and it's possible we'll get a new opening next episode.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Who
looking
knows?
forward to it.
But it seems more like we're nearing the climax of this arc, I would say, before the next arc.
Yeah,
Like we're nearing the climax of the Farmland Saga arc.
yeah, yeah. The farming days, the Farmland Saga
Oh, I'm gonna
is
miss the
coming to an
farm.
end.
I'm gonna miss the Farmland
Mm,
Saga, man. Once we're
uh,
over, just Thorfinn and
oh,
Einar working on the farm, being
yeah,
so happy about having a horse.
yeah,
Damn, I'm gonna miss those.
yeah, but yeah.
Mhm. So
We have. Mhm.
I think that's about it. I'm looking forward to next
Yeah, me
episode,
too.
and these episodes were really awesome.
They were.
We got to see a lot of King Canute, which is always nice. But I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to the seeing more of Thorfinn again next episode.
Yeah, and seeing his reaction to life, it's gonna be
Oh yeah, they're gonna
wow.
meet again after Jesus.
Yeah, they haven't seen each other since he left Iceland, right?
No, they met in England. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
But
shortly before
it has
Askeladd died, they met.
yeah, yeah. But it has been some years.
Hmm.
It has been some years since they have seen each other. So
Hmm.
yeah,
So yeah, I think that was it. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. And then we'll see you in the next episode, where we will probably talk some more Vinland Saga. So, bye.
Bye.
Or as they say up in the north, farvel.